I'm Rob.
And I'm Louie.
And it's Bocce Time VR review time.
By Barefoot Gaming.
That's a lot of times.
It is.
Louie, what is bocce?
It's mini golf, but for your backyard.
So the point is, if you know what lawn bowling is, you start off by throwing a little ball first.
Yep.
And then you throw a bigger ball and see how close you can get to it. And you take turns trying to compete with either the AI or another person.
Yep.
To see how close you can get for the highest score.
Yes, the scoring works that the closest ball of the opponent is the outer ring, and all of your balls need to be in that to score the most points, or at least one ball in to win. I don't know, dude. I played the game. I figured it out enough to beat the game.
You beat this game? Did you beat hockey too, Louie?
I beat it on silver. I didn't beat the gold. That was too hard.
Speaking of, you have different kinds of difficulty you can play up against.
Bronze, silver, and gold.
Yeah, and there are different courses. I'm gonna call them courses because I don't know what else to call them.
Yeah.
They're all straight. And one, for example, you'll just be rolling down like a narrow lane and everything is like, nothing is in the way. The next one, you're doing a yard where there's like a lawnmower and trees and...
Barbecue.
Yeah, and you can actually curve the ball as you throw it. And then there's the tires.
There is a stack of 3 tires, 2 tires, and 1 tire with a platform behind each of them. That is probably the most difficult level.
There's a table that you have to try to, like, multiple levels on the table.
Yes.
Now, this is an interesting situation because this is not the first game this developer has put out. A ways back, we reviewed one of their other games, and when he reached out and asked us to review, Bocce Time wasn't something that really grabbed me, right? This is generally not my genre that I would lean towards.
Yeah, you don't have hundreds of Bocce VR games, Rob?
It was surprisingly fun. Let's start talking about the review of this.
Yeah.
This is $9. Big money.
Yep.
And to pay $9 to play with your balls in virtual reality is a good deal.
It is.
Pros, cons, Louie, do you recommend this?
One of my biggest pros is that it is just a fun game for when you just have a few minutes to play a game. Doesn't really matter if you save the game or not. You can just leave. And so it's good for when you just want a short little jump into VR real quick. It'll be another game to get people started in VR because it's not super crazy. You're not moving around a lot. Kind of teaches you the teleport. Cons are, depending on the level, the AI is either ridiculous or pathetic.
I would agree.
And that doesn't seem to matter on what level of difficulty you're on.
The AI is a little bit flaky back and forth. That is true, yeah.
And Rob, what did you think of this game? Pros, cons, don't interrupt me.
I really liked it. It surprised me. This game was far more fun than I was anticipating. Now, don't go into this expecting a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
It is not that. It is not a role-playing game. This is just really basic. The only con I really have to this game is it takes a little while to get used to the throwing, right? Because the way it works is when you pull your hand back and then roll it forward to throw, the higher up your hand is when you let go of the trigger, the further you're going to throw. So it isn't really how hard you're going to toss it.
Yes.
It's based on how high your hand is when you release.
Yeah.
But the levels are actually quite fun, to the point where I was like, I could do that in my backyard. That'd be fun to have people over. I won't do it in my backyard because...
Dogs.
That would be part of it, and it would take up way too much room. But it takes up no room in virtual reality. So I do recommend it for $9. It's a fun little side game.
I would say it does take up room because it's space.
That's for that. I got the 10 fingers.
It's a computer joke.
That is rough.
It's the pyramid of power, man. Get with it.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment if you have questions about this game, other games. Let us know. We would love to hear from you. We will talk to you again really, really soon. See ya.